am Wolfie, your host for today, and we are going to be playing some more Witcher 3 Game of the Year, Wild Hunt, Blood and Wine, fun. How's everybody doing? Because I'm doing alright personally, having a bit of fun. And got all the usual have a bit of a laugh stuff done. I have slept super well today. As you guys probably figured out if anyone watched my stream yesterday, that I was bollocksed. I was extremely tired yesterday. And I finally actually got to, I finally caught up a bit on my sleep. So, that's just much better. Because seriously, I was knackered. But I'm actually not too tired anymore, so yes. And I've got a bit of fun tomorrow. Going to go to a wedding before and then got D&D after that. So I'm a little pressed for time tomorrow, but it should be a lot of fun all around. So it should be a very hectic day. So I'll sleep better at the weekend. I guarantee that. And it looks like that I'm going to be doing another D&D at some point soon, which currently looks like it's either on Tuesdays or Saturdays, so if it's on Tuesday, it'll mean that my Tuesday streams get rushed because I'll have a set time that I need to be out. I need to be off, basically, so I can be there. Which you might remind a lot of people of the streams ages ago when I was at D&D on Thursdays, which I think was when I was doing Skyrim. It was Skyrim or Tyranny, I can't remember which, but one of those games I needed to stop early each day. They won't be changed to. I won't be making the streams earlier. Well, I shouldn't. But it is an important thing to note. Anyway, let's get into the game. This should be entertaining. If you're having trouble defeating an enemy, try preparing for the battle by brewing potions or applying oils. I've so far not really had any problems dealing with an enemy. So the difficulty I'm on currently, because I'm still just on normal difficulty. The normal difficulty, at least. I don't think you really need. I think preparing oils and things is a little excessive. I mean, I'm doing fine without them. I'm sure they'd speed things up considerably, but I don't think you really need them on normal. Maybe on the harder difficulty. In fact, guarantee on the harder difficulties, because all I can really imagine on the harder difficulties, because I can't imagine it increasing the difficulty of the puzzles, is that it's going to be just increase the damage and the hit points of everyone, right? So I don't see a reason to increase the difficulty, really. I'm enjoying it fine. The combat is easy, but it's fun still. And with how I've built Geralt, he's just a tank. As I build most characters for every game. That's the point. How many skill points do I have? Because I need 3, I believe. I only have 1, and I need 2 or 3. 3. I also need some greater red mutagens, which where do I actually get those? he dismembers the enemy is going to be a lot of fun. Regis.
Regis.
Ah, there you are. Might we set off for Tesha Mudna now?
That's what it's called. Teshambuddha, tell me more.
Teshamudna. What's it like?
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber.
Ew.
Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste of lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquito buzzing around your head?
Yeah.
In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished.
Okay.
A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Tesha Mudna. Inside it, cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. He sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
See no reason to dawdle. Teshamudna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
Wham! Yeah.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sancurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. You must remain calm. I have no choice. As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Tesha Mudna.
Okay.
My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
I'm assuming because Regis has a very firm lock on his personality and temper, so he'd be very hard to piss off to that kind of fury, and he knows he needs to be that angry. So I get why he did that. Tesha Mudna. I had a cutscene like this before. Oh, Regis is teleporting. Damn vampires!
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
Of course it does. You sure you want this?
Sure you know what you're doing?
I can only hope I do. Please, let's go. The longer we delay, the less control I shall have of my faculties. I'd really prefer not to hurt you.
Go!
You lead. Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger.
Scurvers?
Beyond this wall lies...
An ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of
Yeah.
experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
That is genuinely actually kind of cool.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms, a vampire hideout. Fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once, Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our world into this one opened upon this land and no other. This was the first place we saw.
Oh god. That's your mudnut equipment.
Human husbandry and care. This for real?
The author observed humans, their behavior, over the many years he spent reading them. Morally suspect though it may be, it's a thorough survey of the topic.
Okay, let's take a look at my new stuff. Dash your mudnut sword. Steel sword, okay. Kill person restores vitality, but returns to set one. Oh! Shame it's crap compared to my actual current gear, but this would be awesome. So it's a bronze set. I didn't even know those existed.
This place. There's evil.
I had to eat something in the game.
Death hangs in the air.
Yes. Great many beings have breathed their last here.
It was a vampire torture chamber. Let's save game, because I'm slightly nervous that I'm gonna get like ripped to pieces. I would be kind of surprised if Regis doesn't break out. It makes a better story part, right? Broken meteorite pickaxe.
Glyphs are carved into the rock. Coated with blood used to be. They mean something?
They're emblems, symbols of, well, what you would call tribes, dispersed throughout the world after the conjunction. My ancestors placed them here to remind us all where we came from.
Huh.
Seems your kind assembled a peculiar little library.
Indeed, though I personally did not lay a hand to it.
Ooh, more Teshwood does stuff. So it's a full set. About that mask. What is that? Oh, actually cancelled the set. Neat. Well, that's slightly horrifying. It's a quest item, though.
Cells? Who for?
Ah, disgraceful. Excruciating is this particular page from our history. I'd rather not summon the demons of the past if it's all right with you.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the Tadet, those who went east beyond the Blue Mountains.
Oh, cool, you can actually see what they are.
Whose is this glyph?
Amarun. They ventured beyond the sea.
I want to see what all of them are, then.
And this one?
This is a normal
Which
one
tribe's
I've seen.
this?
Garashan. My tribe, and Deadlouse. We both remained in this part of the world.
Okay.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the Tadet.
That one's the one I've already
Those
done.
who went east beyond the Blue Mountains.
So there's the dagger, the hand, the knife, and the snake? Yeah. Is that all of them? You don't see the dagger. I haven't seen the dagger particularly often, actually. I guess that's the equivalent. It's on this side instead. The silver casket. Conversation with a lower being. More gauntlets. So there's 3 clans of vampires in this world. Good to know. There's the cage. Pretty much exactly how I imagined it. This is dark, this place.
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? mentioned one vampire being kept here.
People, I'm assuming.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
Poor guy.
They treated them like livestock, live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time, deny it, but alas, I can do neither. Feel shame for my brethren, that is all I can do.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it.
Yeah, Regis is a nice guy.
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it, ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively then.
Plays bait each of the time.
Place the bait at the tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
When I think how these tunnels got here, send shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
So how do I do this? Oh, he turned to mist. Oh, that's one. It's bait. It's just meat on a stick. So this is a defend mission, I guess? I think this is supposed to be a kind of defense mission. Oh, there's another one.
3 done. 1 left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so. The meat stench is so thick I wager it carries clear to Novigrad.
Where's the last one? Is in there somewhere? Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3. But this last one's not seeming to work. Oh, maybe I need to... I've got an idea. Yeah. That made sense. Okay, let's save just in case I screw this up.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do.
Okay.
We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent, also my head. I started spinning.
That the blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
I'm not lifting off the ground. Sure. Let's see what these things look like, though.
Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what will you do once
Oh, these...
I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
Please, no. You won't be able to. You must forge to...
You just smelled the blood.
Regis has gone nuts.
Not good.
What the hell? Oh, it's a vampire.
Hanging in there?
It grows worse. Has it overcome?
Fell them.
Because I can hear more coming.
This is entertaining. Can.
Hold on, I'll let you out.
I don't need to finish with the can. Oh, there he is. The can moving. No, I don't want to do this. Jesus, you are scary. An enraged higher vampire.
Need to hang on a little longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother you anymore.
Whew. Those are some nasty tea. This is from a fairly tame ancient vampire.
Get you out of here.
The concoction.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you.
Yeah. So remind me again what we needed in enraged vampire blood. But I did like that the can charged me and then he roared and the can just went, you know what? Nah.
Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
What the heck happened? I'm curious about this actually.
Never expected it to be like that. You didn't tell me.
We need not discuss it.
But we do. Because if I'd known you were going to subject yourself to torture...
What would you have done?
Found Deadloff some other way.
I did not wish you to use any other way. Did that occur to you?
No. Because I thought no being would ever willingly subject itself to that kind of pain. You vampires aren't any different from us in that regard.
I told you. The pain is my way of paying my debt. The enormous debt I owe Dettlaff. If I had to do it again, I would.
The other thing is real bad then. You finished your brew.
Resonance. It's ready.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The proportions were exact, the brewing time precise. This is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation could cost even a witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potions.
I really don't, but...
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
He's still got the fangs a bit. Jesus. But that was actually real fun. It's interesting there were lesser vampires as well as necrophages. But I guess it makes sense in the vampire castle. So I've got to drink this potion, I guess. It lets me follow the scent of even a higher vampire. I'll give you a vision of them. Even some nobles.
Excuse me.
I shall only take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting. The Count...
Sir, you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Ah, failed to realize he was your friend, Count.
Ah, he's a nice guy, that Count.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Detlef?
Okay. So that's not entirely comfortable in human
And
society.
then Mother
He's a little
insisted we
twitchy.
buy the mill. Curious, eh? But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates.
Forgive me.
What?
Why? Oh, his bloodlust. I know he had to kill his friend. For some reason.
Awake at last. You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
That's interesting.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Detlef had made friends with him. Still killed him. Chopped up his corpse. And he was overcome with fury, remorse. Cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Okay.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Detlef I know. See anything else?
So the moment they first met.
Saw a moment. Delacroix did something selfless. Was kind to Detlef. Guess it could have been the start of their friendship.
Why the uncertainty?
Nothing extraordinary about it. Normal, everyday situation, really. Visions were supposed to issue from strong emotions.
Clearly the situation provoked such emotions in Detlef. Keep in mind, he did later murder Delacroix.
Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vampires are no different in that regard. Did you see anything else?
In the boot back.
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. The boot-black stand.
I've never heard that term
Detlef
before.
first met Delacroix there. Went back after the murder, actually.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the Port District. And the boot-black acted as if he knew Detlef.
Must have gone there fairly regularly then.
Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. Though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll go talk to him. Coming with.
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture
That's
out.
very fair.
That's fair. Rest up. Be back as soon as I learn anything.
He still has effects of potion. That was kind of badass. still don't like him to sleep. Regeneration potion formula. Some tools. Let's loot more shit from our friend's house. That was a suitably badass little little thing. Anything else around here that's worth it? I can't imagine there be any dead bodies with loot, but you never know otherwise. I love that he's unlocked the door now after I've already turned up. Okay. I need to go sell some stuff. Children toys waste away. Find the boot black. Guess you can't summon Roach in that place yet. Here, Roach. Does it not gallop here? Oh, weird. It took a few seconds. Roach wasn't feeling up to galloping just yet. Rue, if you fall off that seat, it is going to be hilarious, but it's going to make quite the clatter, so be careful. We've just got a new box of cat food in, and it's perched.
Slow now. Whoa. Come on,
What about my head? Well, I had a bunch of people just spawned, holy crap. Blazes my cops back. That texture's kind of weird to look at.
Ah! You shan't find anything better in all this.
Alright. And it makes sense that it'd be strong emotion from meeting someone who's actually quite a nice guy. But if you came there specifically to kill him.
Nights. Need to come back during the day.
What? Smart axe, eh?
They don't usually work at night. You need to come back during the day. Right. Oh, I guess he's late in the day. He's like the morning. And I guess I need to come back at a little better than 6 AM. About there. 9 AM. That seems a good time to start, right? Yep.
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pates, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather! I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots, go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
Just who the spit are you?
A witcher. Now
A
get.
witcher. And I'd advise you to go back where you came from.
I thought witches defend men from monsters, not cheats from justice.
Need to talk to the boy.
You can chat to him all you like, after we tan his hide. So stand down.
Not gonna happen.
Won't it? Well, then we'll thrash you as well. which is all the same to me.
Giving me no choice.
We'll break your legs, vagrant!
Teach you to help settlers and cheats!
Mopsy!
What? Lost your nerve?
Bam! I'm the only person who wouldn't fight Geralt just outright. It's like, oh, I'm gonna fight you. He's wearing gauntlets for a start. Getting punched with a gauntlet is gonna
What's the
hurt.
meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men, what are they doing?
Getting in the way. Making things difficult for me.
Obstructing my investigation.
Understood. Right. A few days in the clink ought to teach them not to impede official duchy business.
That felt might be a little harsh, but I know they wouldn't like execute it. Just a couple days of under arrest. Also, they're gonna just like beat a kid in the street, which is like that's a no.
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
Duo?
Yeah? How you imagine that working?
Splendidly. That's how. I suggest a partnership, where I see to the boots while you stand guard. And as you're the stronger, come morn you take the chamber pot out and help me make mud.
Bit about the mud's true? They were right to want to box your ears.
I've got to make a living somehow.
No, I kind of get that. He's just
what
a
say
kid.
you, sir? Hotness?
Let me think about it.
I need to ask you about Deathlock.
Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Oh, wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
Yeah, sure.
But my boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless they just come off my stamp. A seat, sir, please.
Oh, that's fair.
So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival? Indeed. I hear a faint bell ringing. A modest sum might make it sing out loud and clear.
How much?
Let's say 500 crowns.
What? You're kidding me. What would you even do with that kind of coin?
Expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine. Have a proper stand with a big sign. I want a new box too. New polishes, new brushes. And if I've enough coin left, I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get wastewater for free.
Got it all planned out.
I should think so. Capital is all I require.
Yeah, the kid's fine. I'm not gonna mind control the poor
Figure
bastard.
something out.
But you gotta start with a low one. Let's go 350.
That's not even worth the spit I'd need to use to discuss it.
Okay, 475. That's a
See? I knew we could clinch it.
Sure.
Fine. Guess I can agree to that.
I'm not that. I'm
Thousand
not broke.
thanks. I shan't forget it. Now to the matter at hand. I know the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron, gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
Know where I might find him?
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe notice which direction he came from?
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis, the air does wonders for me. Now, if I might intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort, and piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
But you won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's odd, true, but he's kind.
In point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts and would like to straighten matters out.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red, but I do not know if the gentleman lives there.
Worth checking. Might happen on a lead.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go? With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand a cleaning.
Thank you. Perhaps later.
It's a heavy bribe, but it doesn't seem like a bad kid.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning the right thing to bribe them with.
It works.
Red door. One the boot black mentioned.
A toy shop. A lot of ravens. Seems about right. Yeah, rocking horse.
Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, "Detlef, I'm coming for you." A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
Ah, okay. He just unlocks the door from inside. That was pretty badass. I think he's got the shadow of him.
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull.
Yeah. I guarantee somewhere there is an ancient vampire burglar.
He here? Sense him.
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
So he's the toy maker? Well, plays as one at least.
Let's look around. Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
Find these puppets disturbing. Eviction notice. Due to the non-payment of rent or the premises used for shopkeeping purposes, Ministry of Booklet offers to Octus and vacate the premises in 7 days. Not part of this fiction, though. Custody sentence will be doctor. Court. Okay. So he's just living in someone's house that got, like, locked up. Fair enough. Need to go shopkeep. I'm not gonna read every one of these notes, but I think that one was not bad.
Attic. Let's go. So this is his nest. Need to look around.
A lot of dolls. Who is that?
Woman's likeness. Bit smudged. Is his lover?
I don't rightly know.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure. Can't help feeling I've seen that face before, though.
No one I've immediately recognised, but it's just kind of like an actress. I imagine we're seeing her in the game. beast targets?
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count de la Croix.
Detlef's victims, I know, but that's not his hand.
All of it written using the same ink. See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite, rare mineral, pretty much found only in
Nazaire, but I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
This slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either, especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Any more clues? Keep looking.
Still got nothing, basically. Need to look around some more.
Let's get to work.
The little red thing I see in the room is it's a music box.
Nice tune.
Indeed. I'm not certain why, but it reminds me of home. Our true home from before the conjunction of spheres.
Tools were used recently. Detloff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Now that was interesting. Suspicious letter.
Detloff van der Eretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renowed.
Renowed, found her.
We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe. You must complete the killing in 3 days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a memento of your failure. Your beloved's finger.
There
He's
you
being
have it.
threatened.
Proof positive Detlaff killed not of his own accord. A blackmailer sunk his claws into him.
Any idea who it could be?
Any idea what it could be? Detloff have any enemies?
Indeed. Detlaff gains foes occasionally, but they never live long.
One might have managed to evade him.
Possible in theory, but I know of none. It would have to be someone devilishly dangerous. As you well know, having faced
Yeah,
Detlaff
he's
yourself,
not a pushover.
Whoever it is someone new.
Yeah, I think because he was saying you don't know us, but there's an organization that has got his girlfriend.
Who's Renowed?
His one-time lover. The sole human woman with whom he was very close. Because she accepted him. With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came round to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
What do you believe?
Why do you think that? Any signs or clues to that effect?
None to be found. Apparently she disappeared one day. Her belongings disappeared with her. Not a scenario one associates with kidnapping. In my humble opinion, she left on her own. Scared off, perhaps, by a bout of Detlaff's rage that revealed his other, more monstrous side.
Detlaff have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And Detlaff is so much more emotional than most humans. Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
Ever try looking for her?
Detloff ever try to find her? I mean, if she was that important. Higher vampires have their ways. All kinds. Should have been easy as pie for him.
Geralt, as you rightly noted, we are vampires, not miracle workers. He searched, for months on end before giving up. Clearly Renowed knew him all too well. Enough to cover her tracks, leave no way for him to find her.
Like someone actually kidnapped her, though.
Even if Renowed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. and hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her.
Yeah, I imagine,
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
essentially a
As would you be
vampire
for
lord.
Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply. And that blood, those individuals, they mean nothing to him.
It's why he feels like shit about the guy who actually
I
got
get it
along
now.
well.
He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Blackmailer's curious about him.
Blackmailer. Kinda curious who it could be.
Why is that?
Regis. Somebody kidnapped a vampire's
Yeah,
liver.
true.
Bold to begin with. Now they're forcing the vampire to kill. A vampire you yourself insisted no murderer. Blackmailer's skilled. Someone special.
Astute. Now that I think of it, I'm beginning to wonder if...
It's not one of your kind? Another vampire?
Precisely. The plot thickens.
Just a hypothesis. Wouldn't set my heart on it till we know more.
Right you are.
It could be. But that means that we aren't... That'd be pretty neat if it was. Because I don't think Detlef doesn't seem like a bad guy. From what Regis says and the vision we got, I don't think he's that bad a guy. And he also ran
That's some of what
first
we
before
know.
attacking.
Seems Detlef's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazari ink, and not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Detlef's innocence, clearly.
Yeah, I'd say it's true.
Actually, it is. Detlef's being manipulated. Some lunatics turned him
Yeah.
into a tool, making him kill.
So it would seem. But this illuminates a path of action for us. We must find Renowed, render the blackmail senseless. The lunatic or ticks will thus lose hold on Detlef.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Detlef? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No, he'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
Fine. Need to report to the Duchess first.
So be it. We'll await you here. Detlef and I both.
It'd be nice to have a chat with the guy, to be honest. I think that's worth it on its own, because the guy's really interesting.
I liked you from the start. Every picture I've known.
Neat.
Places like
So I just got a level. Oh yeah, I'm not... People are not kidding that main quests give you so much more experience. You used to get you like 100 or like 10.
Come on, Roach.
Report to the Duchess.
The days pass. The pile of work remains the same. Here in Beauclair, all's right and fair.
About your hunt for the beast. I have discovered who the beast is. I have also discovered the beast is not doing it of his own volition. He is being blackmailed. Which means that it's someone very dangerous. Because someone ballsy enough to blackmail a vampire is very sure of themselves. Particularly when they know that these high vampires are immortal and can only be killed by another one of their own kind. I have ideas about this. I think it could very well be another vampire. I'd say that seems fairly reasonable to assume. Thank you. I think it being another high vampire or something similar is not a bad call. Because the only things that I know that can really take on a higher vampire, I imagine a mage or a sorcerer or sorceress could take one on. With difficulty, admittedly, but I imagine they could. A witcher, or another big vampire. They're the only things, like, smart, in the Witcher universe. Because the werewolves in this universe aren't that powerful, so I can rule those out. Certainly don't seem as powerful as the higher vampires.
Appearances deceive nature.
Hippity ho! Only a witcher stands to best the beast.
Yes.
Your Grace, I have doubled the guard. The palace is secure.
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Case got more complicated.
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast? I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster, and you returned with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Let them go to their deaths.
Go ahead. Send them to their death. Certain death.
To a lone Witcher, perhaps. To 40 of my men-at-arms, but another skirmish.
40, 50, 100, doesn't matter. Won't
Yeah,
make any
he's not
difference
wrong.
against him.
You have not seen my guards' men in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Can they fight something that can carve an
Creatures
arm?
like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Oh no.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What, then, do you intend to do?
This is no common monster.
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Yeah, impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed?
Because
or
they don't
enslaved
want
us
to.
all?
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one
They
day.
can't.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
I want to find him and talk to him.
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a Witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it. Ha.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmail? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions,
Yep.
not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, A human. And he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it
Yeah, exactly,
harmless
so
as quickly
rescue
as
the girl.
possible.
Innocent woman's been abducted.
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnap the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
Free the vampire's lover.
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. As soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the sommelier. Hop, hop.
She knows who it is. She recognizes handwriting.
In Tucson, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Estes.
Oh, so they can identify it from the wine.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Are you the
Witcher?
twin of the guy
Show him
that
the
I have
papers
at my
then.
house?
Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Saar too. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high. It's
What the
simple.
fuck?
Saint-Réal, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table.
So it's someone very close at hand.
Perhaps some Saint-Réal was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
The specific wine.
Saint-Réal. Never heard of it.
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake of it. As I said, it is only ever served to the ducal family.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper. Unless your Grace's sommelier is mistaken.
In matters of wine, Benoit is never mistaken. If he says it's Saint-Réal,
Imagine
it is
this.
Saint-Réal.
No, he knows what he's doing.
We must ride to Castel Ravello at once. Discover what has happened.
We? I'm assuming she wants to come along. She's awesome, so I'm cool with
Wait.
it.
Your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while she's in great danger.
She's a badass.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I have made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
Let's go.
Yeah,
Anna
ready
Henrietta,
to go.
she is really kick-ass. So.
Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
Not the awesome. The gold and green dress and tons of jewellery. Not really great for travelling incognito. The weirdest trot these horses are doing at the moment. But I think the Duchess is fantastic in this game. She's really kick-ass. Ravello.
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
Yeah, I bested him. I beat him in combat, overall, but that was about it. They are extremely powerful, but they are beatable in combat. You just actually can't put one down. Well, you can't really keep it down, actually. You can probably put it down, but you couldn't, like, properly...
Hunters have attacked the wagon.
Whoa.
We must help.
Stay back, Your Grace. We shall see to this.
Help! Save us! Back, you beast! Begone! Help! Save us!
Damn it.
Back, you beast! Begone!
Done. Time to move on.
If not for you, we'd have been done for.
Thank you.
You saved our lives.
Hooray!
Faster.
Yeah, Rich.
Tell me more about this vineyard. Castel Ravello.
It's the best in all Toussaint. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabricio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant. Could be the steward. Could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know when we arrive. It's not far now.
I think it's more likely that it's from the somebody at the palace was doing it. That's my thought. Not the Duchess herself. I can't. She's definitely not the one to do it because she wouldn't have brought in a Witcher, and also she's kick-ass.
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed.
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabricio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
I want to talk to you.
Came to see you. Got some questions.
In this land, it is seen as polite to introduce oneself before asking any questions.
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course.
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabricio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about Sonreal?
I am at your service.
He's nervous. He's got...
The Sonreal. How many vineyard workers have access to it?
One might say only I do.
Not like you make the wine all alone. At least a dozen others work here.
I see you've little notion how wine is made. Grapes travel a long road before they become Sonreal. The workers assist me only to the stage of fermentation. I see to the maceration personally and let no one near the fat. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then I seal the aging barrels myself, each and every one. The wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this process is complete, it becomes Sonreal. And as it happens, only I have the key to the cellar in question.
Okay, he's definitely not this guy. This guy is not ballsy enough to do it, but I think he's working for someone. How's wine transport?
Who hauls the barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace? How am I to understand this?
Master Fabricio, we have proof someone's gained access to Son Real. Someone who should not have, which means one of two things. Either
he's guilty
you
of something.
lied to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers.
I like her.
Remind me, where is the Son Real stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
Yeah, I was going to say, Captain, make sure this guy doesn't move.
We shall wait here, Master Fabricio.
Yeah, thought so.
What if Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing.
He doesn't have the guts.
Very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
Yeah, I don't think it's him because I don't think he's too nervous. And someone like that, and someone who's capable of blackmailing a vampire like that, is probably not nervous. Not that nervous, at least. Because he cracked immediately.
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
Yep. Okay, so it's back there. 1269.
Ervelous. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
Yeah, thank you. SS 1269.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
Okay, just a random hammer on the ground.
Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of his.
And this, I'm assuming, is the one because it's right in the corner. Pimino. No, this is not it.
Got Pamino over here.
No, it's not. I better than this one. About this one. Sangria. Isn't that real wine?
San Real. 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
It's still not there. There we go. It's one of these two then. 68.
San Real. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right year.
So this has to be the right one, or it's not it. Yeah.
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Full.
This one?
Full?
Full.
Yeah.
This one's full too. Full. This one's full too.
They're all full then.
Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of sangria?
True.
Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
I should have picked up the wood hammer earlier.
Barrel taps.
And there's the hammer. I'm curious as to why there was just a random hammer on the ground. That explains a lot. Duchess, where the hell are you? I've lost. No, there she is.
Got the taps.
Then get to work. Let's broach those barrels.
Ready.
Step aside.
Duchess knows what she's doing.
So?
Those hints of spice. Distinctive. This is Sonreal.
She's just gonna get hammered. Oh wow, it's the first one.
Revolting, bitter plonk.
Found it.
Could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Just some real cheap crap. Then. So. BAM!
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But your grace, I...
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might...
You're a step away from losing your head. I'll do it right now if you need me to.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sonreal. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
No.
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own? I shall tell you everything, if you agree to show me mercy.
Who'd you sell the wine to?
Who'd you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sonreal. He was
It's pretty much a drug deal for wine.
This man's name
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
You just described a
An
vampire.
aristocrat at court.
I thought nobody'd find out.
Really thought nobody'd find out.
I was a fool, very foolish. I beg you, Your Grace, you must forgive me.
It's up to her.
Wine itself. How'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble.
Thugs.
I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? At the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
That's enough.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight.
Yeah, that's usually means you're not
Captain, have
gonna
your men
die.
take Master Fabrizio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge.
Oh, he's dead.
What now, Witcher?
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Sentry and Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know.
Yeah, this is like, actually, no, I agree with this. Yeah, we can start.
See no reason to wait. Let's get going.
We will set out now. Position ourselves before you arrive. You take the cart and meet us there.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal.
Yeah, he's like, this is where my soldiers can come in handy. You can't fight a vampire, but you can fight normal people. I'm curious if this noble is a vampire. Or something with a similar kind of power. Because the only creatures... Actually, that's the point. The only other creature I know which has a similar kind of power would be a dragon. And I'm pretty sure this isn't a dragon we're facing. Because that was the previous game.
Relax. Now we wait.
Hello, thugs. Wow, I literally described these lot perfectly, didn't I? Crossbow.
Ah, our favorite vintner.
You're a different person.
It's not him.
Hi. Watch out, he's a witcher! Witches would be horrifying on the open battlefield. Just wade into their ranks with a sword and it's capable of taking everything.
Time to end this.
Well, they found the one we're talking to. Oh, apparently we're not talking to him. Got it. Big an archer.
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a good fight.
He's like, thanks for that.
We managed to capture one of the scoundrels.
Let's ask him a few questions. Come on.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
Yeah, no reason to trust me.
Well, had no reason to trust me, and I didn't do much to change that.
True. You are not the most endearing of men. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let us go to her grace. She awaits me.
He's an alright guy. He's just... might have known.
Not at all surprised. Expected she'd want to oversee this personally.
The master's eye fattens the calf. You're beginning to understand that, I see. This prisoner of yours, bring him to me. We must ask him some questions.
Why am I not surprised? Oh, it was the guy you shot at the start is alive. Cool. It's cross. Just an arrow. Sure. I guess one of our guys is alone.
Do the honors.
Oh, who sent you?
His name is Dog. They say he plowed your mother.
Once again, who sent you?
Your nun's lover. They call it...
Wait. If he doesn't wish to speak, he needn't. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
Great idea.
Sure can. Fresh out.
In that case, he's all yours.
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope. Kinda won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Greg, no! Don't let them!
Stop screaming. Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
No! Don't let him! I'll talk!
Being scary sometimes works. Where are the barrels going?
Barrels. Where were you gonna take them?
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope after all.
I truly don't know. Hornet's the leader, only he ever knew where to go. But he lies over there, dead. That one. The first barrel went to a warehouse at the port. But where this one was bound, I don't know. I speak true. You must believe me.
Who hired you?
Who hired you?
He'll kill me.
Yeah.
Oughta be worried about me right now.
Yeah, he'll kill me.
Who is
So
he?
will I. So we're at an impasse.
Man, spit it out.
The Cintrian.
Cintrian?
That is what they call him. I've never seen him, but I know he mustered the men for this cape. That's what they said, that we were working for the Cintrian.
I think he's a vampire. This is leading me to believe vampire.
Take him away. Throw him in the dungeon. He shall await trial there. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Cintrian. Someone else must have seen him, must know of him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
Let's go.
Let's go to town.
I'm very happy with how this quest line is actually going. I'm very happy I decided to do all the side quests beforehand. It's matching up really well. I need to get new chest armor.
He's late.
Relax, he'll come.
There's something I'd like to know. How can you be so damned calm?
Side effect of my mutations. We Witchers rarely get the jitters.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Cintrian appears to be no
This
common
Cintrian
bandit.
appears to be a
He managed
vampire.
to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's gnosis. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Could actually be a middleman.
Still don't know this Cintrian's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it,
True.
that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Cintrian, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our
True. If
blackmailer's
he's
identity.
evidently quite high up the chain if
Besides,
he's not the
it's
one
one
himself.
thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
Yeah.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Cintrian does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
That's news. Yeah, it's not the first.
Used to it. Not the first time I've been hunted.
Must you always? Now,
It was there was yes.
the port warehouse where the wine was delivered, we identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Cintrian accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone.
It could be
But
me.
she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Cintrian's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer. I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted. Fairy.
The same. We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Cintrian gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
I'm assuming it's a
The Mandragora. What's that?
A club. An affiliation of local artists.
Oh, it's
Painters, sculptors, troubadours, and
Dandelion's
dancers.
place, but
Never heard of it.
They exude mystique, consciously, I think. Behaving like an exclusive cabal. Artistic elites. Every now and again they mount soirees. Only wealthy patrons are invited. All arrive in elaborate masks, then drink and flirt.
need to nab that Cintrian.
Gotta nab the Cintrian. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Cintrian truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape
Sure.
once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
Actually,
Where's the
she's
event gonna be
this
held?
time she's actually quite right.
Mandragora always assembles at the same place, a residence in Oatville. It's a very distinguished district. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville in Mountebank Alley.
Okay. I will go sell some equipment now. What the fuck? This guy's like, I'm sorry, buddy. Put clothes on. Okay. Give me a second, something's up with OBS. I don't know if it's doing another stream, but it's glitching the fuck out on here, so I just want to make sure. Okay. Weird. This is bugging out strangely. Okay. Seems to have fixed it. Yeah, I can see my audio now. I can see my audio, I can see the video. Doesn't look like it crashed the stream, which is nice. Okay, fair enough. Put on clothes that you'll consider appropriate. Actually, before I do that, I will...
I heard a handful of ladies in waiting meet at the old amphitheater. They summon ghosts there, all in the nude.
Who the devil knows? Perhaps it's true.
Is there a blacksmith nearby here? It's over there.
No such thing as an unsigned.
Okay, so the Beauclair port is down that way. Just in case I accidentally walk into it.
The guard brings peace to our domains. Flout its writ and rot in chains.
But I need to sell some equipment because I've had nearly a maximum carry capacity for a very long time now. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it'll be the Master Witcher gear guy, won't it? You don't have the auto aiming, but it's a quicker attack. Yes, I know. Crossbows are okay.
Anyone making trouble during the festival will be severely punished.
Oh, that's the optional part. I mean, sure, why not? I'll make sure that I'm assuming I actually have to get proper clothes, and I can't just go with the gear I've got from a different place. So.
Beast, you spy.
Are you the person?
Sacre bleu! It's a crime. You're from the north. That's painfully clear.
Excuse me?
There is no excuse. There is but the need to outfit you anew. My salon stands open. Please come in.
Okay, let's try something on.
All jests aside, let me see what you got in your wardrobe.
I'm more than willing, sir.
Okay, I need book class stuff. Of course I do. I'll keep a hold of this stuff just in case I need to use it later. But I guess I need those. And I've already got the mask, because I'm assuming it's going to require me to...
Thanks. I think that's all I need for now.
Ever your servant, sir.
Yeah.
Ah, welcome.
To a northern dandy.
In
Play a
the
game
mood
of
for a round
Gwent.
of Gwent?
I thought I'd play Gwent with everybody, but apparently I've missed a couple people. Okay. Ah, I fucking am here. And... Election? Yeah. That's good. Just play the Catacan. From Gila Vigo. Skellen. Okay, well I'll play my spy card. Which is straight up better than yours. Yeah, I'm willing to pass here. Yeah, I didn't need to play anything. Yeah, and the biggest monster survives. My turn. I will then play the Crones. Oh, that hurts. Let's play a Fiend then. heavy scorpion. Now the heavy scorpion is just on its own. So. And that is next card double the strength of those cards. It's impenetrable fog for the board. Could actually be a problem. Nah, I'm gonna pass here. That is very, very dangerous, that 20 power card. Yeah. I got rid of the 20 power that he had there. So he can't combo that again, at least. I'm medic. That's not too bad, though. Triss. Fragile Vigo again. Leshen. Now I've got Geralt and Ciri in the hand. Geralt? That 15 power Geralt should definitely help. Yeah, he has more power in the melee spot now, so I'll play Ciri. And I'll come off better if he does that. So I will now freeze up the front line. He's got considerably more power that can be affected by the ice on the front line. Yeah, and if he doesn't, I win anyway from sheer power. So, sweet. That guy was pretty good though. Full credit for that guy.
You can't pull one.
Ooh, young berserker. The berserkers are pretty good.
Oh, me, Witcher, I can see you're a kid.
What? Oh, you're a killer, I'm assuming.
Nice tune.
Long live Toussaint!
What's a nice tune?
Reginald Aubry has returned, not to be missed. Buy your ticket.
Buy your tickets!
Late. Why does that not surprise me?
Sometime later. Oh, lanterns! We're entangled now.
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. Not all bad. Nothing like a budding artist, of course, but... just one other detail. Here, put it on.
A mask?
All who attend the Mandragora soiree wear them. If you have one on, no one asks who you are.
Why do they wear masks?
Any idea why they wear masks?
Likely because they imagine it oh so very romantic and mysterious.
Yeah.
The truth is far simpler. This way, no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Makes sense.
Let's go. Soiree's started.
Mm-hmm. Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain.
I didn't, but it decided I did.
do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. As soon as we find her, we find him.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
If this guy's a higher vampire, we literally can't fight him in here. That's what I'm saying.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Which are these?
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays of artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
Oh.
Shame. We would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti, a master of visual illusions, come to us from far off Afir.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
Looking for killer.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Bellant.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity.
Good, she is still here, that is to say.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Yeah,
let's hear it.
What mask?
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
I'm assuming she has no an idea what this
well.
orchid looks like.
And
I know what an orchid
always
is.
Complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
Think he's lying.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Kaveri orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
Take part in the entertainments.
The world is not enough. Do you fear taking a bath?
Harsh!
Go on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you. The paintballs, cast them at the canvas.
Toss some paint. Good folk, yet another soul longing to express its creative side.
Well, you another art?
Silence. The artist must put gauze, scarlet, crimson, oxblood.
You cannot attack this target.
Full sensual part of this. That green, lush and verdant as a field of vines.
To wines and to wine!
Should you tire of these hues, drop them in the pail and grab a different array.
Please do not disturb.
Quite the no.
What the hell is happening here?
The sky over Toussaint before Easter.
Or a deeply internalized fear of witness.
Composition?
Oh, damn!
Yes, it's sure to be a masterpiece.
Please do not disturb.
Oh, I picked up both in accent.
It's obvious. It represents transgression in its purest form.
I'm a master artist.
Freeing a stone such as soul requires great precision.
Did I do something wrong?
Please do not disturb.
Voila! Fine. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism. The continual battle between good and evil, and defiance.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil. The dualistic nature of man.
And defiance.
It must be someone famous, I tell you. Such talent. Exception true. Would I ever love to meet him? It's a shame.
Absinthe, the preferred hooch of artists.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
Abs. Mimes!
It's a metaphor of the constant struggle for power and influence.
A metaphor. What else would they think of? If they can't agree, they look to cut the line. Great part and you, constant struggle.
I don't know what this one is supposed to be. How do we do this one? Oh, there was a thing there. Just incapacitate both mimes is worth it in itself. Okay, so that is the actual quest. So find some more entertainments to do. Because some of these usually have things. So it's the alcove. So it's over there.
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, it's not Galtra or Dim, so that's pretty good.
Ah, how beautiful. The dolphins. That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Impressive.
I'll give it full credit for that. Is actually kind of cool. That guy definitely earned his pay. Yeah.
Do you know my
Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck.
Oh, lanterns. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'll do it.
Fine. Let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
You don't know doing stuff like that for a bit of fun.
Blah, blah, blah. Avant-garde, schmavant-garde. It's all about two things. Coin and pretentious. I was prepared for all sorts of criticism, but blah, blah, blah.
But pretentious. Alcove for a woman with an orchid in her hair. Oh. Did I find her immediately?
Do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
Lovely portrait.
Wow. Impressive portrait.
I know the style, the stroke. This is Dorian Velez.
The gracious lady has heard of me?
I've heard Anna Henrietta herself wished you to paint her portrait once.
At one point, the palace chamberlain Ethan wrote to me, but alas, ultimately refused my terms.
What was the matter?
When he learnt I only ever paint nudes, he severed all contact. He said he would not dare offend her illustrious highness with such a proposition. I've always longed to paint her. Such a shame.
I think you may still get your chance.
January is like, alright, I'll do it in the nude.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centrian noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Centrian noble. Ah! You must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it, but I did see the nobleman.
Oh, she's just some random lady.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift, a heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
The information we need. Save here.
That's to say, the other one, his brother.
A heart-shaped box.
It must be someone famous, I tell you. Such
A loot? Why am I looking at a loot?
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
I think she did.
Empty heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. Gift from the Cintrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it.
So what's this thing?
Hit of Fistech. Artist's way of numbing their existential pain.
I do not even wish to comment.
I don't wish to comment.
The great one. But he's a dancer.
That's to
Okay.
say, the other one, his brother.
The guy is evidently bullshitting over there.
This painting, it's rather... It's very...
Bloody colorful, that's what.
Bloody colourful. Okay. I'm assuming it's someone over here.
Aren't they even? Because the right cuff seems somewhat higher to me.
It's fine. Relax. Master Bouveau is a generous patron and a truly wonderful man. It was thanks to him I had that exhibition in the palace gardens.
Was that...
Okay. Hello, Mr. Bodyguard. I'm gonna have to fist fight you, aren't I?
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come, we must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh! Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
Don't tell anyone you've seen us, for a start.
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the creature.
Okay. Seen Cecilia Belante?
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman.
Ah,
They
okay.
clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall,
broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent.
Bodyguard is like, I don't have to fist fight him. Why? Because he actually worked at the palace.
We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
His bodyguard is a
upstairs.
Former palace guard, so he could probably handle himself against most people. Doubt he can handle himself against the Citrian himself, because I'm convinced he's a vampire. Okay, let's not go into many rooms where people are probably banging. I already have to handle. Put this as a. Oh, okay.
That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana at once. She should bring her soirée to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
Okay.
Killed her, then went out on the balcony.
Poor girl. This is fine now. Went out to the balcony.
Tore down the door. Made a platform. Clever. Must be pretty strong, too. Bloody handprint. It's his.
Big dude. He ripped a door off his hinges with his bare hands.
Broke the flower pot when moving the door, then stepped in the soil.
Okay. So he didn't go through that door, it's locked.
Footprints, made by soiled boots.
Okay. So there's a big dude strong enough to rip
Must
a door.
have climbed this ladder.
Very well hidden ladder.
Could still be here. Need to stay alert.
You smash a mirror.
Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard, then sank to the floor.
Okay, so he had a fight with someone in here.
Bloodstains.
So he broke into some people doing something.
Jewelry box.
Or
Locks
so he
busted.
broke a person at
Kicked
least.
open, probably.
Who struggled.
Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it.
He's a thief as well. So this guy's got hurt by something.
Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room. Hunting knife. Richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for. Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for.
Okay, so there's the window over here.
Sconce is bent, smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it? Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out?
Thrown out, probably.
Canvas is cut. Somebody took a knife to the painting, looks like.
There's a brawl that happened in here.
Locked. No key in sight.
What else is in here that's red? Oh.
Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this. Must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace. Seems there was a struggle.
It was a fight in
Jewel
this
was
room.
in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way.
And there's the
They
amount of them.
fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centrian must have been the flyer.
Okay.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centrians killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would have, really.
I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything, in full detail.
It could be that Detlef got to him, actually. 'Cause I doubt that the guy could beat Detlef in a fight, overall.
I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do?
But she threw him out the window?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
She's a badass.
None too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock rather than plate. I can take care of myself, I
Evidently.
assure you. A hairpin might look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
She's a badass. I like this girl.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes, he stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
What makes this jewel so important?
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
Yeah, it's definitely the same gem. It's a giant topaz, then.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centrian must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the Lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Duntine?
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
How was disdain?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Need to investigate, see what's there.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
Okay. you think about her?
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
Familiar about the drawing?
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
You were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether.
Doubtful, though. Hey, keeping it with me is actually not a terrible idea.
My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers.
You got a sister?
She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
Why? Oh, she banished.
What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded.
Yeah, that's more likely.
Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace.
Okay, I kind of get that one.
More. I've missed her terribly since.
Think she's involved?
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
Yeah, it's just
true.
Sibling rivalry, isn't it?
I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft was the first clue.
Yeah.
That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys. But I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift. At a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl, someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries?
Yeah.
Could be right.
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Duntine, and if Siana is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape, or form. You must make sure of that.
I'll see to it. I'll make sure.
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
Detlef.
My very dear friend, Detlef van der Eritane, an arrival from Nazaire.
We are lending our combined resources to the Witch's Hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally.
Is she another vampire?
Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Oh, true.
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only two options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. What might a monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Just like humans.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the Witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher, and the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detloff here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detloff believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore.
That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renner.
How do you know her?
Oriana.
Is she another vampire?
Is she really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in
she is another vampire.
But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
She is definitely a vampire.
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
Ravens.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renner must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detloff, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got a way with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detloff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine.
Yeah.
I
It's
shall
literally...
see to Detloff.
Detloff
Good luck, my friend.
is a powerful character, but if they think that they've got to worry about a vampire, there'll be precautions to stop a vampire, not necessarily a witcher.
I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to 2 exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish the second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out?
Certainly. Yeah, he wants to apologise. It's like, well, I'm fine with that. That seems alright.
You have exceptional friends. This Detlef, an intriguing man to say the least.
Tell you much about himself?
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
Makes sense. Interesting evening all around.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count Delacroix' mill. It stands along the Saône Retour River, near the Cockatrice.
I know where that is.
Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
Okay, let's get some equipment. Oh, bugger. We'll save first. But OBS appears to be going a little weird again, so give me one moment. Apologies about this, but I want to make sure that OBS doesn't just, like, die halfway through. So, I'll actually Google if this error is actually something to be concerned about. Riveting entertainment. It doesn't seem like it's a fatal error for OBS, so it should be fine.
Your boots could use some polish, vagrant.
He's called me a vagrant?
No touching. Do not even dare. No touching.
A little harsh, I haven't done anything.
Hark, Beauclervois! Her most gracious duchess has hired a witcher to get at the root of these murders. Every resident of our fair town is hereby required to aid the witcher in any way he requests. A friendly reminder from the
They
Beauclerc.
say that I've led the court has some.
Hello.
Greetings. I hope your search goes well.
Let me see what you got.
What do you have on offer?
Yeah, I might as well get rid of this. I'm not going to use it. It's a neat suit of armor, but... yeah, repair first, actually. Crafting. They are slightly better, but I don't need the boots, it was the chest that I'm particularly interested in. It's way better. Shot. Can sell some of these? No. I'm gonna sell some of these rings. I also got the money to actually get the armor I want. Just sell all the jewelry I've looted from bodies and people and everything. There's another one. I will get rid of crafting materials because I need them to actually get the wolf boots. Well, not wolf boots, it's wolf armor I'm after, isn't it? Grandmaster Wolven armor.
Farewell.
Good luck on the path.
Cool. And this time I don't have a.
I hope your search goes well.
This time I don't actually have the middle cut out of my body. This guy's got a lot of cash. Most of it mine, I'm sure.
Farewell.
Good luck on the path.
I just realised I've gained 2 levels, so I can actually
Regarding the extinction of rare species and the dangers this represents to the natural order.
I'm going to check how to get greater red mutagens, because I think I need them. Okay, I can do that at Cova Bianca, so I might as well go there. Right.
Admittance free of
Sending
charge.
the poor fool straight into a trap.
I'll go for Cova Bianco first.
Your boots could use some polish.
To be honest,
Stop calling me a vagrant.
man Jacques in these parts has
It was down that way, wasn't it?
What's going on here?
You're looking well. Top form,
It works. It's not the one I was aiming for, but it works. I'm not good at map reading in any game. I keep looking for the wooden signposts. Where's Corvo Bianco? I'm assuming there's one there. Corvo Bianco Vineyard. Yeah. So I go to the alchemist place, and apparently I can potentially transmute some there. I have a lot of them, and I've never actually done any transmutations, so let's well give it a try now. We're level 49.
Now that's lovely.
It's down here, right? Yeah. Green, blue, red. Red to werewolf to the red. So it's about that. An archgriffin. Yes, I can make the bacon into unique concoction. What are the other things I can activate? Neat. 15 bottles of White Wolf. And he said there's going to turn up every so often, right? So there's going to be a lot of them. So how do I make him? Oh, I can use it in that as well. Hmm. Interesting. And red mutagen is used to make them. Good to know. So I should now be able to get a mutation of Bloodbath. Each blow, fatal blow of the sword dismembers an enemy, activates a finisher. Each blow dealt with a weapon from melee combat increases attack power until combat ends. Bonus is lost when I take damage. Neat. Yeah, so I get another ability slot. Oh no, just unlock one. No, I didn't. Oh, did I? No, no, I've actually. Oh, can I have one at a time? Ooh. That's annoying. Okay. So is there any more I would have liked to have? Because I've got Undying. Flood of Anger. Does it up my... I mean, I might as well equip that one there, but if we can only have one on at a time... I'm already bothered about most of these now. That one would be good though, to be honest. That's just everything, so... Getting Cold and Bloodbath, so... I'm not too bothered.
Liam and Matilda running a vineyard.
Save. No, wrong buttons. Eat something. Get up here, Roach. I also love that it was it's totally canon that Roach turns up on like house roofs and things over and last time. Oh god, I just realised it's actually time.
Even a horse drops if you ride it at a constant gallop.
No, it doesn't. Nothing does. Ah, it's actually time. Wow. I've just realised it's nearly 9 o'clock. That was a pretty good place to end it anyway. I actually figured out how alchemy works, which is nice. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Have a fantastic evening, everyone. If you keep playing video games, keep being awesome. You guys are still the best owners on Twitch. I'll be back on Monday with some more Yakuza 0, because that game's weird. That's all I can really say after this week's stream. You'll just have to watch the VoD for it. I can't remember which episode this would be of it, but you'll probably know when watching. I've not done too many Yakuza 0 streams so far, so it's pretty early on if you're watching this on the YouTube in the future. Yes, but I hope you see you guys again on Monday. Have a fantastic evening and enjoy your weekends, all of you. You guys are the best. See you around. Good night.